Welcome to my channel once again. But if you are new, please do check other valuable, inspirational videos on the channel that will help you keep surmounting life challenges. Today we shall be looking at how we can cultivate 5 daily habits that forge unbreakable confidence. Did you know that a huge number of people, some studies say nearly 85%, wrestle with low self-esteem? And get this, in 2024, 43% of adults said they felt more anxious than the year before. Now, imagine if that constant hum of anxiety, that nagging voice of doubt, like a staticky radio station you can't quite tune out, could just go quiet. What if, instead of waking up with that knot in your stomach, you woke up feeling empowered, ready to take on whatever the day throws at you? This isn't some far-off dream. It's a reality you can start building right now. Look, persistent anxiety and a lack of confidence can feel like you're trapped in an invisible prison, its walls built from your own doubts. It messes with your choices, limits what you think you can do, and just dims your brightest dreams. You might find yourself backing away from opportunities, overthinking every little thing, or constantly fighting off negative thoughts about yourself. It's exhausting, right? But what if I told you there's a way to tear down that prison, piece by piece, like dismantling a wall brick by brick? What if the key to unlocking that rock-solid, unwavering confidence isn't some huge, complicated secret, but actually lies in small things you can do every single day? Today, we're not just talking about wishing for confidence. We're talking about forging confidence, like a blacksmith shapes metal with fire and hammer. We're going to explore 5 powerful daily habits, packed with practical wisdom and smart psychology, that are basically your new toolkit for this construction. These aren't quick fixes that disappear after a week. No flimsy solutions here. Nope. These are solid practices that, when you do them consistently, can turn that nagging anxiety into an unbreakable sense of self-assurance. If you're ready to stop feeling like a ship tossed around by the storms of doubt and start being the confident architect of your own life, then stick with me. Because by the end of this, you'll have a clear plan to kickstart this transformation, starting today. All right, the first habit that's going to build that foundation for your unbreakable confidence is to consciously acknowledge and celebrate your wins, no matter how small they might seem. What does this really mean? It means taking a moment each day, actively, to spot and jot down your achievements. This isn't about bragging or waiting for some massive victory. It's about recognizing the everyday efforts and successes. Did you finally get that task done you'd been putting off? That's a win. Did you speak up in a meeting when you usually keep quiet? That's a win. Did you stick to your workout or choose a healthy meal? Win. Heck, even just getting out of bed on a really tough day can be a win. So, why is this so powerful for building confidence? Our brains often have this thing called a negativity bias. It's like our minds are Velcro for bad experiences and Teflon for good ones, making criticisms stick while compliments slide right off. This constant focus on what went wrong just eats away at our self-esteem. By deliberately shifting your focus to your wins, you start to fight back against that bias. Regularly acknowledging what you've achieved, however small, reinforces a positive self-image. It's like giving your subconscious mind solid proof that you are capable, like collecting receipts that show your investments in yourself are paying off. This isn't about kidding yourself, it's about facts. You're collecting data points that prove your own competence. Over time, adding up these recognized successes builds momentum, like a snowball growing bigger and faster as it rolls downhill. It creates this awesome positive feedback loop, where every win you acknowledge fuels your belief that you can nail the next one. It helps you see yourself as someone who gets things done, who overcomes challenges, and who grows. How can you start this today? It's super simple. Grab a notebook, a journal, or even just a note on your phone. Call it My Daily Wins, or something like that. At the end of each day, before bed, or whenever you have a quiet moment, take just 5 minutes to write down at least 3 things you accomplished or that went well. Don't filter yourself or downplay anything. If it felt like an achievement to you, it counts. Some days you might list more, and some days it might be a bit of a hunt to find 3, but stick with it. Then, and this is really important, take a moment to actually feel the satisfaction of those wins. Don't just write and run. Let yourself feel that little bit of pride or contentment. And when you're feeling particularly low or doubtful, go back and read your list. It'll be like looking through a photo album of your own strength, a real, tangible reminder of your abilities and progress that you can draw on. This simple act, done daily, will start to change how you see yourself, from someone defined by anxieties to someone defined by their actions and achievements. Our second habit to forge that unbreakable confidence is to set and achieve small, specific goals every single day. So what's this all about? It means taking those big ambitions, the ones that can feel totally overwhelming, like trying to scale a mountain in one leap, and breaking them down into manageable, doable steps, like finding the first foothold. Instead of a vague goal like be more productive, a small, specific goal might be finish the first draft of the report intro by 11 a.m. or spend 25 minutes decluttering the kitchen counter. The trick is to make these goals smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Why is this habit a confidence game changer? Every time you set a small, specific goal and then hit it, you give your brain a little reward, a tiny burst of success. You're essentially training yourself to succeed, one small rep at a time, like an athlete in training. Nailing these micro goals creates a powerful feeling of accomplishment and control. It starts to wear down that fear of failure because you're constantly proving to yourself that you can meet objectives. This isn't about achieving earth-shattering things every day. It's about the power of all those small victories adding up, like individual bricks forming a strong wall. These consistent small wins build self-efficacy. That's your belief in your own ability to get things done and achieve your aims. When you repeatedly see yourself setting out to do something and then actually doing it, your self-trust goes through the roof. That voice of doubt that whispers, "I can't," starts to get quieter, replaced by the evidence-backed belief that I can. This makes big tasks feel less daunting because you learn to see them as just a series of steps you can take. How can you get this going today? Each morning, or maybe the evening before, pick out one or two small, specific, and achievable goals for the day. Write them down. Maybe it's making that phone call you've been avoiding. Perhaps it's dedicating 15 minutes to learning a new skill, doing a short workout, or even just making your bed. The goal should be something you can realistically get done within the day. Once you've done it, make a point of acknowledging it. Tick it off your list. Give yourself a mental high five. This act of setting a target, working for it, and hitting it, no matter how small, is a core building block of confidence. It's about creating a track record of success, one small, intentional step at a time. As you make this a daily thing, you'll find your ability to tackle bigger challenges grows, not because the challenges get smaller, but because your belief in your ability to meet them has been forged in the fire of these consistent, small wins. Our third essential habit for building that unbreakable confidence is to actively practice positive self-talk and self-compassion. What does this actually look like day to day? It means tuning into your inner voice, that constant stream of thoughts you have about yourself, like a running commentary in your head, and consciously shifting it from being critical and negative to being supportive, realistic, and encouraging. Imagine you have a little critic on one shoulder and a supportive coach on the other. This is about choosing to listen to the coach. When you catch yourself thinking things like, "I'm such an idiot for messing that up," or "I'll never be good enough," you stop, challenge, and reframe those thoughts. Positive self-talk isn't about fluffy, unrealistic affirmations like, "I'm perfect at everything." It's about being a good coach to yourself, offering understanding and encouragement, especially when you stumble. Self-compassion is a huge part of this. It means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd give a good friend who's having a hard time. Would you berate them or offer comfort? Why is this habit so incredibly transformative for your confidence? Your thoughts directly shape your feelings and actions, like a rudder steering a ship. If your internal story is constantly putting you down, it's bound to crush your self-worth and confidence. Negative self-talk just feeds feelings of inadequacy and anxiety. On the flip side, practicing positive self-talk and self-compassion helps to rewire those unhelpful thought patterns, like creating new. It builds resilience by teaching you to learn from mistakes instead of letting them define you. When you approach yourself with compassion, you accept that messing up is a normal part of being human and a vital part of growing. This creates a kind of safe space inside your head where it's okay not to be perfect, which, funnily enough, allows you to take more risks and grow more confident. It dials down the fear of judgment, especially self-judgment, which is often a massive roadblock to confident action. So, how can you start this practice today? Begin by just noticing your thoughts, without judging them. Pay attention to your internal chatter, especially when you're stressed, when you feel like you've failed, or when you're comparing yourself to others. When you catch a negative or self-critical thought, pause. Ask yourself, Is this thought 100% true? Is it helpful? Would I say this to a friend in the same boat? Then consciously reframe it. For example, instead of, I'm a failure for not getting that promotion, try, I'm disappointed I didn't get the promotion, but I can learn from this and see where I can improve. This doesn't define who I am. When you make a mistake, instead of beating yourself up, try a self-compassionate phrase like, okay, that didn't go as planned. It happens. Everyone makes mistakes. What can I learn from this so I can do better next time? It's like applying a soothing balm to a scrape instead of poking it. Keep a few go-to positive or compassionate phrases handy. This isn't about bottling up negative emotions, but about changing your response to them and to yourself. It takes consistent effort, like working out a muscle, but by deliberately choosing kinder, more supportive internal language, you build a foundation of self-acceptance that's absolutely vital for unbreakable confidence. The fourth daily habit designed to forge real, lasting confidence is to consciously and consistently step outside your comfort zone. What does that really mean? It means intentionally looking for and taking on small challenges or experiences that stretch you a bit and push your boundaries, even if they make you feel a little anxious or uncomfortable. Think of your comfort zone as a cozy, familiar room. Stepping outside is like opening a door to explore a new part of the house, a little uncertain, but also exciting. Now, this doesn't mean you have to go bungee jumping tomorrow, unless that's your thing. It's about the small, everyday chances to do something that feels just a little bit scary. This could be sharing an idea in a team meeting when you'd usually stay quiet, trying a new kind of workout, starting a conversation with someone new, taking a different route home, or learning a new, slightly tricky skill. The key is that it feels like a stretch for you. Why is this habit such a massive confidence booster? Confidence isn't built by hiding in that cozy room of what's safe and familiar. It's forged in the fires of experience, especially experiences where we face a little bit of fear and realize we can actually handle it. Each time you step outside your comfort zone, even in a small way, and you get through it, you collect more proof that you're more capable and resilient than your fear wants you to believe. It helps you get used to that feeling of discomfort, teaching you that anxiety or nerves don't have to be a stop sign. They can just be a sign you're growing. It literally expands your comfort zone. What once felt terrifying, after a few tries, might start to feel manageable and eventually even comfortable, like that new room becoming familiar. This process directly builds self-trust. You learn that you can count on yourself to handle new or uncertain situations. It's like building a muscle. The more you challenge it, the stronger it gets. Avoiding discomfort, on the other hand, just feeds fear and makes your world smaller, which actually creates more anxiety in the long run. How can you put this into practice starting today? Start by picking one small thing each day that feels just a tiny bit outside your current comfort zone. It should be a manageable stretch, not something that feels overwhelming. Maybe today it's asking a question in a group or making a point to introduce yourself to a colleague you don't know well. Perhaps it's trying a recipe that looks a bit complicated or just taking 5 minutes to do something you've been putting off because it feels a bit challenging. Before you do it, acknowledge any nerves you feel, take a deep breath, and then do it anyway. Afterwards, think about how it went. Even if it wasn't perfect, give yourself credit because you did it. You faced a small fear and took action. The goal isn't always flawless execution. It's the brave act of stepping forward despite the discomfort. Over time, these small, consistent steps add up, creating a huge shift in your belief in your ability to handle challenges. And that is the absolute bedrock of unbreakable confidence. Each step, no matter how tiny it seems, is a win in expanding your ability to act with confidence. Our fifth and final daily habit for forging unbreakable confidence is to consistently regulate your mind and body. What does this cover? This habit is all about doing daily practices that calm your nervous system, bring you into the present moment, and help you feel a sense of inner balance. Imagine your nervous system is like a car engine. If it's always revving high in fight or flight mode, it's inefficient and wears you out. Regulation is like bringing it back to a smooth idle. This could be things like deep breathing exercises, mindfulness meditation, even just for a few minutes. Gentle exercise like stretching or yoga, spending a bit of time in nature, or even simple practices like placing a hand on your chest and just focusing on your breath. The goal is to create a state of calm and balance, both physically and mentally. Why is this so vital for building confidence? Confidence isn't just in your head. It's deeply connected to how your body feels. If your nervous system is constantly revved up, stuck in that fight or flight mode because of ongoing stress or anxiety, it's incredibly tough to feel confident. A frazzled nervous system, like a shaky foundation for a house, clouds your judgment, makes you more emotionally reactive, and makes challenges feel way more overwhelming than they actually are. By consciously practicing techniques that regulate your mind and body, you create a more stable inner platform to operate from. A regulated nervous system helps you think more clearly and rationally, especially under pressure, instead of just reacting emotionally. It boosts your emotional resilience, meaning you can bounce back faster from setbacks. It grounds you in the present, like an anchor in a choppy sea, so you're not worrying so much about the future or dwelling on the past. When you feel physically calm and centered, you're naturally more able to respond to situations with confidence rather than reacting out of fear or stress. For instance, things like deep breathing can directly activate the part of your nervous system that promotes rest and relaxation, immediately pushing back against stress. How can you start doing this today? Pick one simple practice that feels right for you and commit to doing it for just 5 to 10 minutes every day. It could be as easy as starting your day with 3 minutes of deep belly breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose, feel your belly expand, hold for a couple of seconds, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Or, you could try a short guided mindfulness meditation using one of the many free apps out there. Maybe it's a gentle 10-minute stretching routine in the morning or before bed. Or perhaps it's just taking a moment during your day to pause, feel your feet on the floor, notice what's around you, and take a few conscious breaths, like a mini reset button. The exact practice matters less than doing it consistently. The idea is to weave these moments of intentional regulation into your daily life. By making a daily commitment to calm your mind and body, you're not just managing stress. You're actively building a physical foundation that supports and boosts your ability to feel and act with unwavering confidence in every part of your life. So there you have it, 5 daily habits to start forging your unbreakable confidence, starting today. 1. Acknowledge and celebrate your wins. Shift your focus to your progress and build up that inner photo album of your capabilities. 2. Set and achieve small, specific goals. Create a track record of success and build that I can do this muscle, one small brick at a time. 3. Practice positive self-talk and self-compassion. Rewire those negative thought loops and become your own most supportive coach. 4. Step outside your comfort zone regularly. Keep expanding that comfort zone, opening new doors to your potential. 5. Regulate your mind and body. Cultivate inner calm and clarity. That's your solid anchor in any storm. Remember, unbreakable confidence isn't something you're just born with. It's something you build deliberately, day by day, like a skilled craftsperson. It's not about some magical overnight fix, but about consistently putting these powerful practices into action. The journey from persistent anxiety to rock-solid confidence starts with a single step, with the commitment to try even one of these habits, starting today. Don't let how simple these habits seem fool you. Their real power is in doing them consistently. Pick one habit that really speaks to you right now and commit to practicing it for the next week. Just one. See how it feels. Then, you can gradually bring in the others. You've got the tools. You've absolutely got the ability. The power to change, to grow, to forge that unwavering confidence you deserve is already inside you. Start today. Start now. Which of these 5 habits are you going to commit to starting today? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your journey. And if you found this helpful and want more on building confidence and living your best life, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching, and here's to you, forging your most confident self. Keep focused, remain strong, and stay unbreakable.